So I actually had to tell her to choose between us and corporate Ghana. Yes. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Accra be hard, so stress for the yard, but we still go day streets before find some meats. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the girls, all the boys, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.
Just a stay by plan with Afi and Zuu. All the G's for our crash, shall we did for you? If you also want to react, then that be cool. Hashtag stay by plan, shall we did for you? Welcome back to the best podcast in the world.
Of course.
Yeah. Today we are off location. As you can see, it's a little different. If you look behind us, you can see on the wall, it says, Afi, what does it say?
Snip House.
Yeah. So we are at Snip House.
With
the
Mr.
famous
and
Snip
Mrs.
House. Snip.
Snips. they are
So,
like
yeah.
they are like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but
But-
with scissors, beads, thread, kente.
Kinky. Anyway.
Kente.
Oh, sorry.
Did you say kenke?
Oh, I didn't say kinky. I said something else, but don't worry. Anyway, so yeah, before we get into the episode, as always, we like to give some shout outs to people that we meet and tell us that they listen to the podcast. So I went to Kolebu on Monday. By the time this comes out, it's a long
went
time
to
ago. I
Kolebu?
went to Kolebu. I met Mordecai, and yeah, he said he listens to the podcast. So shout out to you, Mordecai. I went to the Legon Night Market. I met Kwame and Jasmine and their friends. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, just hi and thank you to every single person we saw at the EDM festival.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
You made
there.
us feel like superstars. Like, oh my God, I didn't stay by plan. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Keep supporting the brand. We love you always. Yeah. So that's it.
There was someone else you were supposed to mention their name.
The Tiger Nuts.
Yeah.
I don't have his name. It's just the company.
Hmm.
I didn't
Those
ask
of us who are
his name.
serious and we write it down. Okay.
But like,
Anyway.
yeah, you know yourself. Shout out to you. Amazing drinks. I'll post the handle of your website.
Anyway, so yeah, let's get into today's conversation. As you can see, like we said, we are at Snip House with Mr. and Mrs. Snip. But I don't think that's a good introduction. I think they should introduce themselves. Tell us who you are and what you do and why we are all the way in this part of Accra. So
Who will go first?
Who's
Rock,
going
paper,
first?
scissors.
Who would you like first?
since you started, just take it from there.
Okay, so my name is Ferdinand Boakye. I'm a geotechnical engineer
Serious.
by training. And then I'm a fashion business owner.
Serious, okay.
I run Snip House with my wife,
Cute.
Joanne.
Wonderful wife.
First child of 5.
Joanna, I
Yeah,
got
basically,
that.
that's what I do. Around here, I'm the guy who just shouts, criticizes everything.
But like positive, is it like constructive criticism?
Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes I just miss her and I want to get her out of the studio. So I
them
see things
ones.
that will get her mad and
Yeah.
stop working and follow me inside.
Oh, cute.
So it's not always
Strategies.
constructive. Sometimes it's just intentional criticism.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I do. I run everything operational at Snip House. But when I'm not around, I am a geotechnical engineer.
What's a geotechnical engineer?
So a geotechnical engineer builds earthing facilities. So when we say earthing facilities, we use soil and rock to construct like very, very huge facilities. So an example of such a facility would be something we call a tailings storage facility. I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
It's like when you go into a mine, okay, after they've crushed the rock and taking out the gold or whatever mineral we are mining for, they leave behind, the rock is crushed, so it starts looking like a soil. And then it's mixed with a lot of chemicals, very, very harmful chemicals to the environment. So we build a very huge containment with dams. And then we dam the waste. We pour the waste into it. For if the life of mine is about say 20, 25 years, we build something that can hold all of that waste for till that time. Sometimes we build it progressively. And then after that, we rehabilitate it.
Okay, so do you do roads?
Roads.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, my specialization is in tailing storage facilities.
Oh, right.
I'm
right,
not the
right,
best
right.
person at roads.
Because I was going to say that there's some road here, just here. I have to do this road.
No, if I tried making a road, it would just be applied knowledge.
Oh, okay.
But I specialized when I was very young.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go through every
Okay,
facet of geotechnical engineering. I just knew what I wanted. So I went for tailing storage facilities when I was very young.
Okay.
That's what
makes
I do. But that's more or less like my part-time job. Snip House is my
sense. Yeah.
that's what I call it. But
Yeah.
it's not like that, but that's what I call it. Snip House.
But I'm sure you
I
did
feel
cash
that.
out well, because it sounds very technical and very like you need to know what you're doing to be doing a job like that.
You are a data person too.
Oh,
You're also cashing out.
oh,
Ah,
I
thank
don't
you.
practice.
Thank you very
I
much.
don't practice. I'm not practicing.
And then Mrs. Snip, please introduce yourself.
So my name is Joanne. Should I say Joana Boakye? I come from Asankragwa, and I'm a fashion designer. I'm married to this wonderful man.
Oh,
She's not saying wonderful because people are here. When people leave and she's chasing me with frying pan in this house.
oh, I don't think it's possible. See how her voice is so calm and
Yeah.
So she's like,
Is she always like
I'm married
this?
to them.
No, never.
I'm always like
Oh,
this.
please. You're a nightmare. Anyway,
But you always act like I'm a nightmare on the couch. So
you're a
what are you
nightmare
saying?
everywhere.
That means I'm a nice person. That's what you know. But sometimes I'm a nightmare. Is that what you're
Nah,
trying
it's
to
the
say?
other way around.
I'm always a nightmare.
But sometimes you're nice, yeah. He was saying he does all these things. What do you do? Are you like 100% focused on
yes,
Snip House?
Yes, that's what I basically do. So when he's not around, he's mostly out of the country. So when he's not around, I just run the business, the pattern making, the detailing, and meeting clients. But basically, he does the business side. I just do the technical parts, the sketching and the
Yeah.
pattern. Yes, that's what I do.
Yeah. How long has Snip House been in operation?
Snippets.
Okay, so since the day people got to know about the brand, that was December 2019.
Okay.
Okay.
But we had it under wraps, like literally since I met her.
So
When-
how
when
did you
did you
guys
say-
meet? That's a
Yeah.
real question.
How did we meet?
Yes,
Yeah.
and why are you married? You could have just been friends
then
like
why are you
this.
also
Why did
doing-
you take it to the next level?
Why are you doing business with your spouse?
With my
Because
spouse?
You know, people advise against that. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious about this.
Okay, so
So first, how did you meet?
That one I think.
truth is, the truth. I'm the one who keeps all that data. I'm
I'm
the data guy.
The data.
So truth is, I met Joanna on Facebook.
Ooh.
Yeah, I met Joanna on Facebook. People
Your
don't
age
believe
is
it.
showing, no.
That's a new age.
I met Joanna on Facebook.
Okay.
She had sewn something that I liked. I know people don't believe it, but people will not believe it. But I actually DM'd her because of what she was wearing.
Aww.
So, and she also attended Holy Child School. I have a thing for.
Hey, then she was just taking all the boxes like this.
No, at the time there was no box to even tick. I was just one guy on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
at those days, you wouldn't do it on your phone. You would be in a cafe. And
No,
I'm
your
not-
age is showing.
I'm not old, but those
Yeah,
times
yeah.
I didn't have I didn't have access to a phone
Yeah.
till like say uni first year.
Right.
So I would have to maybe use my mom's phone. But if I really wanted to enjoy my chat, I would go to the cafe close by. And so that's one time in 2016,
15.
2015. I saw her and then I spoke to her. She was wearing something that I liked. I asked her where she got it from and she said she made it.
Serious.
But from a very young age, I've been running my mom's business.
Okay.
My mom sells plastics, bags. Even at the time, she was selling baby diapers, sanitary pads, stuff like that. I was running that business in school. So I've always had the knack for the whole non-formal sector business kind of thing. So when she said she made the dress herself, my mind was just thinking about business. If you make this yourself at this age, this level, can you imagine what you can do if you do this for like the next 10 years? That's what I was looking at.
Right.
So I didn't get to see her. We spoke on the internet for so long until when? 16th February 2019.
Too much. So 4 years.
Yes.
4
Before I
years of
actually
internet.
4 years of her avoiding me.
Bad.
That wanted to defend herself.
Bad. Oh.
It's true.
4 years of avoiding
Why were you
avoiding
avoiding
him?
Men are trash.
Oh yeah, go on.
Oh, feel free.
I was dating.
So you had to like that one had to end before
Yes.
you. Okay.
So she was doing the right
Yeah, then you're loyal. I like
I'm
that.
not against it. I had
Yeah,
to,
you done well, you done well.
I had to wait for the right
Yeah.
time. So yeah, February 2019.
So
But
you're
you're
just
very,
watching.
You're very committed. I like
He was
that.
watching, just waiting.
Yeah, because
Like
me, after 2 weeks I'm gone. So you try I like that. So yeah, how did it go from? So when you finally you've got the girl you want, how did it go from I like you to let's start a business
So let's marry.
to let's
Don't forget
did you
that
marry
one,
before you started the business?
No, we started the business before we got married.
Serious.
Yeah, we started the business. So we only got
Empire.
married last year.
Okay.
So
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
So I just noticed that when we got close, I just could see the drive more. Because at the time she was doing fashion like more seriously. She wanted to go to a fashion school, all of that. And that excited me. So at the same time, you know the typical African system, you'd have to go to school, finish your degree, do national service, get a job. Sewing is not something our parents
Yeah.
accept,
Yeah.
even to date. Okay, so, but anytime she was looking for jobs, she would get hit on, and I
Yeah.
just couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I couldn't accept it.
As
So
a friend.
I was like, and she really wanted to be in corporate Ghana
Yeah.
because she was getting pressure from home
Yeah.
to be working. At the time, she was not living with her parents. So I was like, yo, let's start this thing. I think you can do it. She was scared of making someone else's clothes. She was only comfortable making dresses for herself. So I actually had to tell her to choose between us and corporate Ghana. Yes. I'll tell you why. I just realized that she just needed a little push. I said that in fear.
So if she had said, "Okay, I'm choosing
So
corporate
he's not
Ghana," you say,
joking
"Well,
with you.
why are you
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that?
play with this
I'm
one,
not
yeah.
playing with you. Why are you doing that?"
But I knew that she could do so much more
Yeah.
doing this than being anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I told her to just that was I gave her like more or less like an ultimatum. I was joking though.
Are you
But-
are you hearing that as a joke for the first time now?
Yes.
Then you did
It
well.
was a joke, but she took it, and then she started. So we had I had some amount of money. We put it together. We went to buy some threads. We started very little, very very little.
Very
Started sewing for our friends. We would take somebody on Twitter and say Anon says we should get you a dress, but Anon is us. You know, we had to get into this.
No, but that's smart though. That's smart. That's
For
smart.
Pikman, Charlie.
We had
That's
to
really
get
smart.
into the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the very little things I was doing to like get us into the space, and then boom, it
Yeah.
worked. So I always knew. My friends would tell you. I always knew from the first day I met her that I would marry her. It was just a matter of time.
From 16th February 2019.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you have to please say what they were saying
They said
behind.
it's true, it's the bottles. But rather it's like you are forming that is the mindset and then
No, I never said that.
So it's true.
The bottles. It was the bottles in the dress. Okay.
I see.
I'm understanding it
No,
now.
mommy, yeah, I understand.
That we want to see that picture because I'm sure it's still there.
At the end of the day, when you've gone out there and hustled and you've come back, you'd like to come to something you like.
Is it something?
You have to come home to
He
something.
said to a very.
No, I mean you have to come home to something you like.
Yeah.
So maybe what I like is different from but this is what I like.
Yes.
Okay.
And another thing is that I always wanted a woman who, like, my model woman is my mom.
Okay.
I've seen how she has supported my dad to become what he is now.
Yeah.
And my dad would always tell me that, Nana, uncle school, puni. How much more you people who have had the chance at education.
Yeah.
So I felt like if I find a woman made in the thoughts of how my mom supports my dad, I could do so much more. So she was just ticking those boxes for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. It was just that sika ni ho.
See, right now, they have hyped you crazy.
Like a lot. There's a lot that has been said.
So you need to level the field. What's up? When you met him on 16th February 2019, that's right.
Yes.
How did you feel? Were you like, this guy, 4 years still?
Okay.
How are you feeling? Or you were like, yeah.
So, even though I was dating, one of the reasons why I was avoiding him was because he was annoying. Very, very annoying. I mean, I've known him since SHS.
Oh
Okay.
my God, yeah.
That was 2012,
No. That was
2010, 2011.
yeah, 2010, 2011.
Yes, he used to do this debate thing in Cape Coast. Before you start the debate, he has intimidated you. So you can't even speak. So I had this friend, she's called Fidelia. Yeah, she used to insult Ferdinand a lot. That guy is too known. He's somewhere. So that's how come I didn't like him. It's not like I had met him before. So I just didn't like. So when he sent me a message on Facebook, I sent it to Fidelia and I was like, Fidelia, she says, Ferdinand boy, no. What texted me? Fidelia was like, what does he want? I don't know. But I just didn't like him because I felt he was too annoying.
Yeah.
That's just it.
So where is Fidelia right now?
Fidelia, she's
around.
She's there. She's around.
She lives around.
But I didn't know you guys are married now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was a bridesmaid.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
No, but
Shout
the
out to
thing is,
Fidelia.
that was just my stage character.
Yeah.
And anytime Fidelia would meet me,
You were
she's
in
meeting me
character,
in a
yeah.
debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
never knew me out of, and it's not just her. It's a lot of like anybody who debated in this country since say 2008 to 2012 would probably say the same thing.
Yes.
About
They knew
That's
his
because you'd only know me in character. The only people who would say otherwise would be the people who were in St. Augustine's College with me because they know me out of character. So, but I can understand that. But hey, what can I do?
Okay, so on 16th February, I was braiding my hair, and he was around campus. That's tech. He called me and he said he wants to see me, and I said I'm not around. I even thought he was at Odium. That's where I used to stay. So I just told him I'm not around, not knowing he was at tech. So I just wanted to avoid him, and he said, "Oh, he's around." So I just had to meet him, and I saw him in a black attire, right?
Yeah,
a
black.
black kaftan.
Yeah, black.
Yes, in his mother's car. Going for a funeral. So
Life was hard.
when I met him, I know.
She's quiet, but she's very dangerous.
When I met him, I just went to touch his chest. Yes, I don't know, but that's what I did. And I was like, okay, hi, how are you? This is me. And he said he's going for a funeral, so
Right.
he'll be back. And he actually came back.
Don't come back
came
and
back.
see.
He came to pick me up, and then he took me to my house.
Right.
Yes, I used to live alone at Odion Kumasi. So that's how we met on
Okay.
16 February. That's how it started.
Okay. So I want to go back to what he said about the fear of sewing for other people.
Yes.
So how did you come out of that zone, and how was he helpful for you in that zone? Like, can you just touch on that more?
Okay, so it's actually not like it has stopped. Sometimes I get scared to make people's clothes, but I think he has supported me enough. When I'm scared to make a certain design, he just tells me to just keep going, keep going. The good thing about it is he provides fabric, or he gives me funding to start something even before I do the actual dress. Yes, that's how it all started. So instead of asking a friend or taking money from someone else, he used to tell his friends to actually come and order dresses from me. Sometimes he actually gives the friends money to order from me,
Oh, wow.
making it look like it was the other guy's money, but it's actually his. So that's how come I built confidence.
Wow.
I'm taking crazy tips,
I'm
bro.
still learning.
Crazy
But
tips. So
Yeah, the first the unknown thing, and then now
Yes.
this one. You give the money to somebody to
yes, to a friend.
That'd be very smart. Very smart.
Yeah,
I like that.
she was. I just saw that
Just
she
wanted her
she
to
needed a
break out of
push.
the
Yeah.
shell.
She needed a push, and she's not out of her shell yet.
No,
Well, I can see.
We've cracked it open, but when it is bare, you'll be shocked at the things. If I show you the things that she just puts on paper, or she expresses to me in mind, you'll be shocked. These are things that you like will probably not see now.
Yeah.
We are looking at the next generation of like what Kinte should be like. That's the level she's on.
Yeah.
So the things that people are seeing now are things that we probably put together, say 3 years ago. So like
She's on the track.
she's a fashion nerd,
Yeah.
but just like a lot of other creatives,
Yeah.
she's in a shell. She wish she was just sewing for herself, but man, I can't let that happen.
Nikita, are you listening to the episode? I won't. I was you delete it.
It's inside, Papa.
It's
She
inside,
too,
Papa.
she's like
She's like you.
Maybe you need to find a Ferdinand.
Yes, you need a Ferdinand.
She needs a Ferdinand.
Yes.
We'll be giving people money that they should tell her that she
Yeah.
has art. They should.
You are smart. You're smart.
Exactly.
I just have this thought that every like creatives should just be creatives.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that the business landscape we have in Ghana does not allow creatives to just be creatives.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be your own social media guy, you have to be your own marketing guy, you have to be your own accounting guy. But it takes so much off you because all of that is also creating.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if each creative had that one guy, and it's not just, there are two ways, either as a business or as just that guy who believes in you.
Yeah.
Like I'm down. Like, I just want to do this for you kind of feeling. Because when it's business and there's money involved, you have that feeling. So you either buy that feeling or you sort of grow it.
Yeah.
We are lucky that we grew that feeling.
Yeah.
Other people may not have it like, but if you are creative, you should sort of allow business people to monetize your creativity
Yeah.
for you. You don't have to do it yourself.
So, John, besides the things he's said, obviously, having a team or someone who supports you, what other challenges have you faced, in the growth of Snip House? It's been almost 3 years, or about 3
This
years.
is 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
December
Okay.
before.
4 years. yes.
December before years, okay, yeah.
Okay, so one of the challenges is the fact that we have to keep creating, keep sketching, keep bringing new ideas. It's exhausting, honestly. And if you don't take it, you keep repeating things you have done all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it gets to that point, you just have to stop or pause and then rewind. That's it.
Okay. And then for you as well, from the business point of view.
From a business perspective, see, the cost of, say, taking an apprentice or even someone who has been to a fashion school from that point to the level where they see like we do is so expensive. When I say expense, it's not just money.
Yeah.
Time,
Time, yeah.
I calculate
Yeah.
my time as money.
Yeah.
So that cost is so wild versus like how much you get at the end of that road. Because if you start with 5 people, be rest assured, by 5 years, you would have just one.
Yeah.
And the cost of the other 4 would just have gone to waste.
Yes.
And when you get people to that level, the business allows them to or pushes them to do it on their own.
Yeah, and stuff.
Because if you can think like or you can run a fashion business like I would, you would
You
probably
want
want
to start your
to
own business.
branch out.
Yeah.
So it's very, very difficult in that way. But,
Yeah.
I mean, we are navigating through it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So I want to ask Joanne this question. So for you, what do you say Snip House is? I think we haven't fully given the people watching or listening what exactly you do. What kind of dresses do you make? Who's your target? What customer? Stuff like that.
So I'll just talk about what we do as in the bridals.
Okay.
And then Ferdinand can talk about the target market.
Okay.
Because he's good at that. Okay, so we used to do ready to wear when we started. Ready to African prints and stuff, but now we are fully a bridal company. We make kente, reception dresses and wedding gowns. That's basically it. And sometimes bridal robes. Basically, it's just a bridal company. So Ferdinand can talk about the target market.
Before that, I remember when we were talking earlier this year, you mentioned how Twitter was helpful
Very
for you.
helpful.
So I don't know who will touch on that before you talk about the target audience
will.
now. Okay, then you can add it to there.
I don't know why she throws all of these things out.
See, you putting her stay by plan already. You are killing her with the lights and the camera. So please answer for
You
her.
understand the audience?
answer.
So yeah, Twitter is like Twitter made us.
Yes.
Okay. And it's because we were pure with what we were doing on Twitter. It was just me expressing how I feel about my woman and what she does and how I would go to the end of the world to see her do well. People, because it's pure, like people could just resonate with it.
Yeah.
So I remember one time we did something with an African print fabric and a kente fabric. It would be on our post. And then I did like a thread of how we made the dress, how we designed it, all of that. And it blew up. And I woke up one morning and my Twitter feed was mad. I had never seen anything like that. And then media people were calling in. They
wow.
wanted to speak to us. We gave into CTTV.
Yes.
You see, the thing is that we were trying to keep the faces away from the brand. We wanted people to know the brand before they even
Know
figure
the
out
people,
who is
yeah.
behind the brand. Just so that in the future, if we want to move away from the brand and do other things, the brand would still survive. I think it's now that I feel like maybe the brand can exist while we also exist. So Twitter blew us up. And before we even went to do other things. So people know us on Twitter a lot.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
the target audience now.
So currently, and our intention is to keep it that way. Our niche is for middle class people, the people who want to wear quality but do not want to pay an outrageous amount for it.
So what's the average price of this one? No, this one. How much is it?
I'll come there. Let me finish my target market. So
Want to know the price?
the thing is, a lot, and I respect this, but a lot of times, if you buy from a luxury brand, you're not only paying for
the
the
dress.
for the
Yeah.
item, you
Yeah.
are paying for the association. That's legit. It's valid. I agree with it. But all brands cannot be luxury
Luxury,
brands. So we defined our niche very early before we started this. I would like to stay in that bracket for people who really know what quality is
Yes.
and want to wear what quality is,
Yeah.
but would not necessarily want to pay for the association that comes with it.
Yeah.
So we'd like to stay in that niche. So you'd notice that most of our orders come from Twitter and on Instagram. When Twitter people want to get married, they go on Instagram to look for vendors. That's where most of our orders come from,
Yeah.
and that's the niche. So we keep
Yeah.
our work within that niche. Everybody can afford us. It's not bad. It's not how do I put it? The other way is not bad. It's just
Yeah.
how we choose to do it. So we'd rather have, say, in December, for instance, we have 43 orders. We have 43 weddings in December.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
On the other side, you would be comfortable with, say, 8 or 10 orders.
Yeah.
But we would like to do 43 instead of the 8, just so that we can handle a certain niche.
So how soon do if let's say I know someone who's getting married, how soon do they have to book you guys to make a dress for them?
So for our standard rates to apply, the order needs to be made in at least 12 weeks before the expected date of completion.
Okay.
The longer the amount of time you give us, the cheaper it is.
Yeah.
And it's just because we work with market margins. So everything we make here, the cost of everything we make here is built on the cost of the raw material. So the beads, the lining, the interfacing, like all those things. And of course, the cost of our hours, the hours we spend on it.
Yeah.
But so if let's say the cost a strand of beads, red beads is say $1 today, and then in December it is $1.50. When it becomes $1.50, we will adjust.
Yeah.
Because we work with tiny margins, the least thing they change on the market, we also have to
You have to, yeah.
change. So if you give us 12 weeks, I think it's a valid period. People have made their gowns like a year before, like ordered for their gowns a year before. We shop for them so market rates don't affect them.
Just put it down.
And then a year later, the same gown would probably cost twice
Yes.
what it was.
Okay, then I'll bring my order now.
So what's the shortest time you guys have had to work with?
5 days.
5 days.
And it's one of our biggest dresses on Instagram. Like
Wow.
in our career. It's literally our biggest dress.
Yeah.
Baby.
How was that? Were you sleeping? How was the experience?
Right?
Funny thing is I was not in the country then.
Then
So it was all on her head.
Yeah, I was not in the
Please
country.
tell us, how was that experience?
Tiring.
Yeah.
I actually broke down.
After
Yes.
you finished or before you finished?
After.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
like proper breakdown, like you felt sick.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a 5-day order. That dress was leaving the country. They
Hey, now
needed
we are going to think of the shipping, the logistics, and all that.
yeah, and she's not an African woman. She's white.
Yeah.
It excited me. It excited us. I didn't want to let the opportunity go, so I took it. And we had to get the fabric 5 days. So it meant that we put the whole team on it.
Yeah.
Everybody in the studio was hands-on. They could finish it and we shipped it. It was a perfect dress for something that she didn't fit. Like, that be when I
Yeah.
I believed that this is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's
And
hap-
she
it's actually
has
happening.
magic hands.
Yeah.
Promise you.
Yeah. I have a question. This one is more of a complaint. Like I feel like generally
It's like you're adjusting yourself.
yeah,
to
I'm
ask
coming
the
to
question
once you move this thing from inside.
from your chest.
So generally the typical, wedding dress, kente wedding dress is, corset and then, everybody's trying to
Cambric.
get that
The breast.
trying to get that hourglass shape
Yes.
when not everybody has that hourglass shape. And so often I see videos, pictures on internet and the corset is tight.
People struggling.
They can't breathe. They're like, there was this one woman, it's like she's come to faint. And so I want to know, is it that people request for it or you guys
You'll
be
be
like,
forcing
no,
them.
you'll be
Tie them like this.
tying the corsets for
No,
them.
don't worry, we'll do
Like,
it.
is it an industry standard? Is it, what's going on?
You are the one.
You have to answer it actually.
Yes.
Okay, let me answer the technical part.
Okay.
So those dresses you see online that have people suffering or struggling with the corset, one of the reasons will be the fact that it's been tied too tight, or the armhole is too short. This side is too short. So
Okay.
if you don't give the person an armhole, a deeper armhole, it actually squeezes the person's armpit,
Yeah.
and then it looks like the person can't sit or can't.
Yeah, they're like
That
this.
is-
Yes.
Bugal.
Yes. So that's basically it. And another thing is because maybe the corset is too long.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yes, too long. So when you sit, that means that it's going to prick something.
I don't want to mention any
Yes.
names,
Someone did it to you,
but
eh?
somebody has done that to me
Oh
before.
my God.
And she's big.
Yes, even though we
It will cut your whole body. You have a shape of a corset to your body, like after. Yeah.
yeah, so those are the reasons that can cause that. Yes, that's what I can say about it.
So do people come and get dresses without a corset? Like, because it's like every dress I see has a corset.
And do some people say tie me tight? So
Is it just
I want
is
my
that
body to
is it
come.
that it's just a fashion or
I think it's a trend.
yeah.
It's a trend.
Trends come and go. Before there was nothing like that. Okay. But now it's there. Now, one of the reasons why which is sincere, that's the truth. Apart from the technical bit, is that people want what they don't need.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes, and I get it. We work with women, so most women are like really visual with what they want to wear. So you'd notice that, of course, this is based on data. Anytime someone is making an order and they show you an inspiration, you'd realize that the body in the inspiration they're showing us is a similar body to theirs. So you don't really like the dress.
Yeah.
You just resonate with the body. You feel like this is what my body also looks like.
Looks
So,
like
or this is what I want my body to
To
look
look like, yeah.
and that's where the problem comes. So it's so hard as a business to say no to it. We try. Sometimes we've had instances where brides think that we just don't want their order or we are too known or
we can't do
but
it.
we just
Oh, yeah.
understand. Yeah, some people say we can't do
can't
it.
do it.
We just know that you don't need this. Because a corset is not supposed to make you flat. It's just supposed to enhance the dress itself.
Like you should be able to feel free and walk and breathe and stuff, right?
Yeah, the corset is done it's in the dress. Corset, the art is in the dress. It's not on the body.
Yeah.
So it can't change how it just aids
Yeah.
what your body should. So if what you're looking for is so extreme, that's when you get those things. Yeah.
So speaking, you have something to say in the same. Speaking of, you just passed a comment that some of them will say that it's because maybe you can't do it. Has there ever been a case where you took an order, you started, and Charlie, everything is going left? Like, you told your husband that this one I cannot do it. Please call them and tell them to come up for their money because this one here it's not happening. It's not happening.
So the we can't do it thing is maybe the fact that we didn't even take the order at all.
Yeah.
Or we didn't get the order at all.
Yes.
But I'm saying for the ones that has there ever been a situation where like something was going left? Like you were sewing and you're having a bad.
I think there's been a situation where
That.
I had to be the bad guy. Because see, I had a vision for a certain bride. She's very popular. So I had a vision for what I think the dress should look like. Because I'm not an artist, sometimes my wife likes to dismiss some of the things I see when it comes to what the dress should look like. So I had to push, and I'm like, baby, this is possible. And she's like, nah, we try. I was like, no, we will do this thing here. When my wife says that, it's because she hasn't thought about it before. And she doesn't like because it's an order that's coming with money, she doesn't want to gamble. But I want to, I am the guy who do the gambling on her behalf.
Yeah.
So we did that dress. We had to do it twice. Because the first one, the fabric was messed up. So we actually had to order another fabric.
So it was your fault.
It wasn't. Yeah. Like we did it wrongly. It was the first time we're trying something
okay, so,
like
okay,
that.
okay, fair.
If I show you that, you would know. I just don't want to show you who that is.
Yeah.
But she's very popular.
Yeah.
So before Emma has a quality person.
Yeah.
So she would not even let you come and see
See
it.
that dress, yes.
So we quickly had to find the fabric and make something new.
Yeah.
Like it was the same thing, but we had to just repeat the process but in a better way. And it's probably our second biggest dress since we started.
So you can see that all the things that's entailed being pushed to the limits, you get
So you go your best way.
And I think it's even the same thing for us in Stay by Plan. Every time we put in effort to do something, like most of the time, not
get the
all
results.
the time. Sometimes we suffer in there, but like most of the time, like you see that this one and this one, like it tallies. So it's interesting to hear that. And I also wanted to ask you about like sourcing of products. Like how difficult is it, especially in Ghana? Because I can imagine. I have a fashion brand. It's called Wrapped Up.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Oh, don't. I don't. Zoo is the one who even took the pictures for us.
Yeah.
So I shout out to Zoo. But one thing I realized, one thing that has actually disvimed me, aside the fact that I'm busy, is that you look inside the deep part of Accra, get a fabric, sew a dress, and someone will be wearing that same fabric somewhere else.
Probably the same design.
So I'm just curious. I mean, obviously, don't share your trade secrets, but what's the sourcing like? Are you looking at only Ghana? Do you have to sometimes go outside to get fabric? Do you have someone in Ashanti region doing your kente for you? Like, what's your?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I want
I
to
also wanted
answer.
to answer.
Let
Then
him start.
If she
Let him
misses,
start.
no, you will start. If he misses, then you fill in the gaps.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, so sourcing just the fabric or
Just
Yeah,
anything.
everything.
Yeah.
Like the
everything.
things we need to make.
Yeah.
yeah, so most of the basic things like interfacing thread and you can find them in Ghana. But some other things are very difficult to find. And even to get unique fabrics, you will have to order it from fabric vendors. We have the Instagram vendors, the laces, the bridal laces. Yes, so we have those people. If we want, let's say, a unique fabric or a specific fabric, we will have to order from them. They just ship it and then we use it for another bride or the bride we are working with. Yeah, so that's basically it. Sometimes we have to get someone from Dubai. Ferdinand.
You want me to say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please help me.
It's just
build me
because
out.
I'm-
He has the link. So
No, sometimes when we want to do some brides some dresses are challenging. Sometimes you just look around and you don't find
don't find
the right fabric. I think the reason is that the main fabric vendors, and we are talking about just laces for white wedding gowns
Yes.
and reception gowns. The people who source those fabrics, I think they source it in a certain season. So you'd notice that around 7 months, you won't find anything new in their shops.
Yeah.
And I understand that. So sometimes we just go out there. We have contacts in Dubai, Turkey. If we have to, do bring them, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to do it ourselves. We sort of direct clients on how to do it,
How to get
and they get the fabric. We stay away from the whole fabric thing. We don't make our own kente.
Yeah.
We don't make it. Usually there are kente vendors in the country who make like solid, very good kente.
quality kente.
So when brides come to us and they want to wear kente, we just give them like 10 to 15 brands in this country who we trust. So we just send you to them and you go and bring the fabric. Sometimes for like sewing supplies, we have to consider China. Like when it's hard to find threads. There's this woman in Makola who sells zips. Every fashion designer in this country,
Buys from here.
because she's the only person in this
house.
country who sells That's what's it called?
YKK.
YKK zips.
YKK, yes.
The woman died recently, may also rest in peace. And the shop was
yeah.
closed for like what?
6 months.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
That means you people were hot.
Every
The industry
vendor
was
in this
hot.
country was hot. So when you
Serious.
get to that limit, you have to explore. Look
Yeah.
at in China and see if you can bring some in and then you use them.
Yeah, so recently I went for a wedding. So even recently, the last few weddings I've been for, after the whole church thing, the reception, the bride will come out with a dress, come and dance, go inside, come another dress, go inside, another dress, and like 5-6 dresses.
Like, who are you?
What's going on? And the thing about wedding dresses is, or even dresses that you wear at the reception, you usually just wear it that one
So you're not
time
going to wear it.
and it's done. Why? What's happening? Is it? I know it's good for you guys because I mean,
Is it?
the more dresses, the more money.
The more
Technically,
cash.
Maybe.
yeah, more business. But where is this culture from?
It's been there.
So people have been wearing 5 dresses since.
Maybe it's a dress part, but the culture of a woman. Let me use Ghana, even Africa, because we are actually targeting the francophone market.
Okay.
Now, the typical African home would, when a man comes in, first of all, you have to do the kokoko.
Yeah.
That is when the man is coming to say, "Oh, I have seen this woman in your family. Can I have a relationship with her?"
Yeah.
And when they do the kokoko, when they are bringing the woman out for the man to assert that this is the woman, that's one dress. Then he goes back, probably takes her along. When she's going, that's a lot of dresses.
Yeah.
Then he comes back to come and do the main marriage thing. And on that day, the sisters of that bride, that's a lot of other dresses. And the bride should look way better than
The sisters.
that's another dress. You get the point. When they finish the ceremony and they have to serve the guests, because typically, and then but typically, the home of the wife would have to serve during the engagement.
Yeah.
To serve. When she's coming to serve her husband, that's another dress. It's just that now we have thrown more light on it and
Yeah.
we have added fashion
Yeah.
in a Western sense to it. That's why it looks like that. But it's been there.
Because people come, wear the dress, dance 2 songs, go inside, go and change, come back, 3
But low
songs.
key, some of us we are passing inside. We want the photographer that we've paid for. The money is plenty, so we need all the nice pictures of us, all the nice dresses. We wear all our
Because
dresses,
like
the
like
makeup,
what you said
everything.
is very interesting,
Yeah,
like the
it's very
relevance, the
different.
history and
Yeah.
everything. But I never knew that just by as a guest looking at people changing their dresses. I never knew that
It meant something.
this is what was, I guess, the origin of.
That's basically what it was. We've just industrialized it. That's why it
I
seems
see.
as though it's too much. It's been industrialized.
So your wedding, how many did you wear?
That's a good question.
Yeah. 2. So you just changed it twice.
Yes.
Aside from the
That'll be
wedding, the
three,
main
including
wedding
the
dress.
That'll be 3.
The robe.
Yeah.
I wear a robe. Oh, I forgot him. Yes,
You
I
married
did.
last year, you have to remember.
So the robe, kente, and reception dress.
Yes.
Yes, that's 3.
And you made them all yourself.
Yes, please. I did.
Serious. What about the bridesmaids' dresses and stuff?
We made them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
How many were there?
Good job.
11.
There were 11. At the time, we're building a concept for bridesmaid fashion in Ghana.
Yes.
We were combining tie and dye,
Tie and
with,
dye and then-
with silk and lace.
Yes.
So we used our wedding to test it out, and we've
Interesting.
thrown it out there. We've seen that it's going
picking
on.
up.
now.
Yeah.
Tie and dye.
We've thrown it out there. Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah.
to see that
Funny
afterwards.
enough, I'm so interested in what he said because I remember sometime me and my mom went for a wedding and we were all happened to be wearing fascinators. And she was so like pressed, like, we're supposed to take off our fascinator. So I asked the mother of the bride, take off her fascinator. And I was like, take it off for what? And she was like, no, at a specific time, like everybody's supposed to take it
Ah.
off. I didn't know. So
I
I was
also
waiting
didn't know.
till 12 midnight. She said, no, it's supposed to be taken off. So there are like so many little things that like
Yeah.
we don't know about weddings. And it's just like interesting to learn them
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the reason why we are here. The reason why I'm here. I don't know about Zuu, but I'm here because of that. The dress that you people have made for me.
The dress
Let's talk about that one.
You made a dress for her.
Yeah.
What about me?
Do people do dress for men?
Since you're asking, since you're asking about the men thing, we don't do dresses for men.
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't think we ever will.
Oh.
No, it's not in a bad sense. It's just that we believe in specialization.
I'm
Like,
special.
yeah, I'm special.
No,
Specialize
not
in
in
me.
that sense. We want to build the brand to the point where
Like, you're the go-to for.
This.
people, like a lot of people query us about, are you people, the woman is, most of the time the woman gets a dress before the guy even thinks about what to
Yes.
wear. So if a woman shows up and you say, oh, we make men's too, she will just, if she likes what you are making for her, she'll drag her husband, right? Great. But when you, I get it why some brands would like to do everything. But we believe in specialization. We want you to say, oh, say Kinte na wedding gown kwana open kwa there. Go to Snip House.
Yeah.
We don't want to, because if we don't do that, even though you get a lot of orders, you will miss out on the big ones.
Yeah.
Because people go to specific brands for specific things.
True.
Yes.
Okay, you'd buy your top from somewhere, you probably go and get your jeans from
another place, yeah.
even though Boohoo sells everything, you
Yeah.
probably get your top there, you go and get your sneakers from Farfetch or something.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are like specialized
That's what they do, yeah.
at that. So we don't. That's why we are not intending to branch off and do other things. We want to. So we used to make everything female, but now we've
Tailored it more.
it's purely bridal.
Bridal.
At some point, we'll probably stop making every other thing. We'll be making that white girls or the skin thing out.
Like Galia.
So what kind of dress does she have?
So we made her a very light kente dress. We'd like her to be able to wear to like, in anywhere.
Yeah.
Like the vibe is like, oh, I'm here, but I don't want you to see that I'm here. I'm not the bride, but if you let me, I'll be the bride kind of.
I'm not the bride.
Yeah, but like if you allow
We have
me.
to do that video today.
So it's not even finished. It's actually not finished. It's not beaded or anything like that. But she'll just be she hasn't fitted it yet. Normally a bride will have to come and fit the dress. So we'll let her fit it and then she'll leave it here for us to finish it up and send it to her.
But we'll be able to like show our people a sneak peek.
Yeah, you can show them everything.
Okay. I want to ask Joan a question. So do you, for example, with me, it was like a blank sketch. You just met me, I think, once, spoke to me once.
Yes.
Do you think you had to add something like based on my character, or just like, oh, let me just do it? Like, what was your thought process when you're making the dress for me?
Okay, so with making that dress, I actually had no idea. I had nothing in mind. We had this kente fabric, which is very unique. It's not like the usual kente you see around, and it looked too pale. So we decided to add a little bit of touch with a different fabric, like a nude fabric, and then I just realized that you're not fair. Yes, so sometimes bright colors also look good on dark skinned people. So we just decided to use that fabric for you, and then that's basically it.
And then how about
So it's not like we drew out
anything?
a plan.
Right.
Like, no, it's not like that.
And then how about the style?
The style, same goes for it. Yeah.
So you're like, oh, this girl, she doesn't have buttons. Add
No.
padding.
Do people add padding for people's buttocks and their breasts? If they ask.
It's not. We are not those who give you the padding, but brides I don't think it's called.
It's like is it like a standard? Like that's how people make those
No.
dresses.
Some people,
Some
they
people
request
like
for
to
it.
shape their body up,
Yes.
so they
Yeah.
wear stuff under their dress before. So if you do something like that, we ask and then we consider that
Oh, okay.
in making up the dress. But your dress was not.
So it's like, yes, so when you see me there, whatever shape you see, it's natural. It's natural. Let me just tell you now. Okay, so before we wrap up, I think we want to wrap up and try. I mean, I want to wrap up and try my dress. What are your plans for the future? I don't know. So do you have anything else you want to ask before we leave?
Oh no. That's
What are
all.
your plans for the future? You've already kind of said it though, but what should we expect
from
And
Snip
who-
House.
Yeah.
In the short term, like that's something we've actually started. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited you guys are here. We want to redefine what, not necessarily redefine. We want to define what bidding on kente should look like. Okay, bidding on gowns should look like. So we take inspiration from florals, like it's the maple leaf or the coconut branch or something like that, and we draw that out on plain fabrics just to give it like a whole new level of unique, you know. And we've started building designs like that. One of them is behind me. Or if people can capture it later, but yeah, something like that, and then sort of change the narrative a bit. That's what we are doing now. Short term, we really want to consolidate our market in Ghana. I tell you what, we get a lot more orders from Ghanaians living abroad than Ghanaians living in Ghana. We
Interesting.
actually get a lot of orders from non-Ghanaians living abroad than Ghanaians living.
Is it because Ghanaians don't have money?
They
No,
just
no,
said that
no.
they are brand this for middle classes.
No, it's not that. I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
can
just
be,
that
but-
it's just the algorithm or something like that. Because
Yes.
we get orders from Jamaica.
Serious.
Yeah, strangely, we get orders from Jamaica,
Zimbabwe.
Germany, Zimbabwe,
And you do-
Angola,
and you do them?
South Africa. Yeah, we do
Worldwide.
them.
Somalia.
right.
Yes,
Somalia.
We have a Somalian bride. It's
yeah.
a really big market. So we want to, but I get it. But our base, we are based
Still
here.
Ghanaian.
So we want to like solidify our market here.
Yeah.
And then based on the numbers, if we're able to like accumulate the numbers we want to accumulate, switch to a different gear, and we target the French market. There's this market that is worth exploring because I think like about 30 years ago, a lot of parents migrated their kids to like French
Hey, you're coming
kids
to
to.
spill your secrets on Stay by Plan, your business plan.
It's a big market we can share.
okay, that's fine.
Migrated their kids to France,
Right.
the States, and the UK, and it's time for them to get married.
Yeah.
And when they're coming back to get married, I think they associate with Ashantis a lot. The French market associates with Ashantis a lot. If you associate with Ashantis, it means you're associating with Kente.
Kinte.
Kinte.
Right.
So they love it.
Yeah.
They love it. There's a Kente factory in Benin that people don't know about. They make Kente like they even make it better than we make it here. It's for the French market. So we target that will be like our medium term
Yeah.
target. And then long term, we want to be able to let this business go and be husband and wife. You know, someone should just continue.
Yeah, that's why you have to have children and then you give it to
Oh,
them.
it will come
Yeah,
when
that's
it's time.
right. That's
At,
right.
at the moment, we are just
working.
We are working.
That's
so,
right.
but
Which-
before
which
we
one?
we do that. before
sorry.
before we do that, we like to build designs for like the next 3 generations after us, so that whoever we hand this over to doesn't have to struggle. They would have time to make like dresses for like 3 generations ahead of them,
Yeah.
and not struggle. So basically, that's what we are doing. So the designs you are seeing now, like I said, are from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We started making designs for
I
for
love
the next
that.
In the
3 years.
future.
That's what we are looking.
I love that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us on the best podcast in the world,
Of course.
Stay by Plan. And yeah, your story is very inspiring. I think all of us here know that it's good to marry and marry somebody who believes in the business,
Yes.
you know, and build together. So yeah,
Yeah.
I love that, and all the best to you guys in the future.
Yeah.
I hope Afi's dress is nice.
It will be.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
it's
trust
very
you
interesting
guys.
to just see the two of you. The dynamics is nice. Like you can see the fire and ice.
Yeah.
And I just think you are the fire. You know, like news flash, she's the fire and she's the ice. Like it's just interesting to see what is behind Snip House. And I think everybody who's listening to this should just go online. Just look at Snip House for yourself. Like just like me and Zuu did, and we're like, you know what? This makes sense. We should
Yeah.
have a conversation with them. I think you should do the same. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll see you when we see you.
But before you go, we just want you guys to know that we love what you do as well.
Oh,
I think
man.
the first episode I saw, what drew me to the channel was Saturday. I met Saturday head.
Yeah.
So that's what drew me to the interview. And Afi asked him a question that he had to expose how he manages his brand. Sarkodie actually said, so if I tell you what he said, you remember what you match it to what I've just said. He said that he built before he gave a hit song, he had 10 hit songs waiting. So he had time to make more hit songs while he was giving us the hit songs he had made. If you listen to his song with T-Flow, he said, "Oh yeah, sure. So pack it in the 10 or something like that." So before you throw out that wow moment, you probably should have like 10
Something
wow
laid
moments
back.
waiting
Yeah.
because it's so difficult to create.
Yeah.
So to a wow level. So to have that's one of the things we do.
Yeah.
Like we create ahead of ourselves
Yeah.
so that we can have time to create more, not be under pressure to make new things. So that's what drew me to the page. And we've been watching and she wasn't a fan. I've just started.
She wasn't a fan of you. And now you guys are married too.
Yeah.
Right now,
So
dear,
you have to
Stay by
work.
Plan. She'll be the one who come for the live show first. She'll buy the tickets and buy for her friends.
She wasn't, but like these days she watches episodes even without me. She's
I love
going back
that.
to the Nana Mama Brown,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Zoop's
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Like all those episodes just to watch. But yeah, we love what you're doing. We saw where you like how you started.
Yeah.
We get the drift, like where you want to take. Sometimes you get lost,
Yeah.
but like you know where you're going. It's just that sometimes where should we
You
pass
go
this
shake
thing?
small,
But
yeah,
I get
yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we are.
It's the
like,
journey.
It excites me, it motivates me,
Yeah.
and yeah, I just wish you guys well. I want to see
you
you
so
do
much.
like
Yes.
very, 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 very big things.
Yeah. Thank you so
You get
much,
it.
Charlie. I hope you also reach
Oh, the boys
the
will
heights. Please give a shout out to
Before we wrap up,
the
yes.
fam.
The famo.
So I have a very special media team. They are more than like they were my groomsmen
Serious.
Oh, wow.
during my wedding.
Yeah.
Travel 10 hours.
So you would find so there's Jot experience on Instagram. There's Abdul Arafat weddings. There's Nima Sari Papa. If you follow my Twitter, you see that I interact with him a lot. There's Eric, there's Justin, like very good guys. We've started like taking our own media team to weddings
Yes.
because there's a certain quality of things that
Hey,
we
Charlie,
want.
so you can go and get your dress from Snip House, and you also get some media team to come and do your wedding.
Yeah, so that if you want them to shoot the wedding, you
It's
have to
different.
book
So they are
them.
just
Yes.
coming to shoot.
But when
Dress.
when we
For
make
Snip
dresses, we've started taking our own media team out because we discuss with them what we want. Because most of the time, photographers are focused on the event.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
dress.
You get so they'll shoot maybe the couple pictures, like when people are interacting, stuff like that.
But you
And
want the dress.
That's what they are paid for.
Yeah.
We sell dresses, so we want someone to just be interested in the dress. So they come with us almost every time, like every part of the country. Like just came from Pristia not too long ago. And I wasn't even there. So I appreciate them a lot,
Yeah.
and I just want them to know that we love them very, very, very much.
I love that.
Okay, are you happy now?
Are you happy?
Yes, you are very hard of God of director.
Thank you guys so much for listening. And yeah, I think it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Bye.
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 Woo!
Time to see my dress.
This episode of Stay by Plan was hosted by Afi and Zuu. Production by Afi, Senna, and Nikita. Episode was edited and produced by Zuu. Designed by Senna. Photography and videos by Ellis Etonam and Now. Motion graphics by Eugene, and the intro song is by Lil Kwaw.